Man, I haven't done this in a while, so excuse me if I kind of stutter a little bit. I kind of adjust my seat, probably like 1,000 times in this video. I apologize. I haven't done a video content, or at least this kind of content, in a while. So, um, but I am back. Oddly enough, I am back because I had to do, I guess, some soul searching myself, and it all just kind of just changed as soon as I created this channel, and the quick success of it, and then the disappointment that I was dealing with, during the whole creation process. So, I just kind of quit. You know what I'm saying? And when I created this YouTube channel, it was just to emphasize what I'm already into. Like, even as a young kid, I was really into politics and conversating with people on a higher level. I didn't want to really talk about football, or just cars or nothing. I wanted to talk about life-changing stuff. Even as a little kid, I was watching CNN and Fox News when I was like 10, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my hobby, you know? So when I created this YouTube channel, it was natural for me to express myself, to talk to essentially nobody, a camera, and to try to, create notes, study, read, research, and just express my thoughts and opinions on a subject. That came easy. And like Dr. Cornel West said in one of his books, he said, we have to make sure that we're having these conversations and, these opinions through an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. So that was like the foundation of my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? The intellectual integrity and the moral honesty. And I truly believed, now that I can kind of look back, maybe I was too naive to assume, if I encountered other regular human beings, not politicians, because we already know they're, just going to lie, or at least have a high chance of lying, or, no billionaire, because they're just going to tell you whatever you want to hear. I just wanted to talk to regular, hardworking people, what I'm saying, who's going through the same stuff I'm going through, working the same 9 to 5, barely paying a livable wage type job. And I wanted to connect with these people and see if we can make some sort of change, right? But that wasn't the case. Not even close. Like, maybe just a small fraction, but for the bulk of my conversations was dealing with the opposite. No intellectual integrity, no moral honesty, just you have your talking points. You don't care about facts. You don't care about reading. You don't care about credible sources. You just want to say what you want to say because you see me as a Democrat. You see yourself as a Republican. So this is like a game that we're playing. And that's not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to play this blue-red game. I just wanted to be like, hey, I need more money. I'm an American. I need security from my government. I need health care. I need education. I need a reliable, stable career. And we don't have that. Raise your hands if you're with me. But like, everyone was just too busy being just, like idiots. Like stupid on purpose. Like they were stuck on stupid on purpose. And those were my daily encounters with people. Let and during my I guess my long vacation, I was still, watching some political conversation. And Bassem, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Bassem Youssef, he quickly became one of my favorite individuals. And he was on a show, Channel 4. I don't know. It's a YouTube channel. And he spoke exactly what I was feeling, what I was thinking. And I wanted to come back when he said this, but I was like, I don't want to deal with stupid people. I don't want to deal with the dishonest conversations that is not going to lead to nothing. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and let's take a listen.
Like, what does it mean to be freedom? It's just like you voicing your opinion, or does actually your opinion have an impact and can change things? Or maybe they're just like, maybe we don't matter. Maybe our numbers don't matter. And I don't know. I'm still discovering this whole new word, my friend.
But you're sounding very, sort of almost nihilist, sort of so cynical beyond.
Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I talk to a lot of people who have reason to feel that way, I suppose. But I mean,
I'm actually surprised that you even are optimistic. Where does this optimism come from? Why are you optimistic?
Why am I optimistic? I don't know that I am optimistic, but I spend a lot of my time talking to people who think they can change the world, and who want to change the world.
So maybe I came to the wrong podcast
and make it a better place. Well, maybe, but and it's quite interesting to talk to someone who's much more open.
This is the face of someone who's doing comedy.
It's quite refreshing to talk to somebody who says, well, you know what, you can't.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether that's what you really believe, or whether that's just a phase you're going through.
No, maybe it's my midlife crisis. I just turned 50, so I'm getting used to this whole sense of doom.
Because you sound like somebody who must have been more optimistic early on in life.
There came a time. There came a time.
Yeah.
When we were optimistic. Yes.
Were you optimistic about the Arab Spring?
Yes.
When it happened? Did you
All
think it was actually?
So I think he kind of expressed how he really felt. Like, no, like, substantial big change is going to happen. And I mean, like, we have history that says otherwise. A group of people, if they fight long enough, hard enough, change can happen. But it just feels, just with, and it's a gift and a curse, just with social media, like, it almost drowns out the voices that actually matter, and it amplifies ignorance to like 1,000. So you can't hear anything important because you're just drowned out by stupid idiot just weirdos out there. You know what I'm saying? And that was my first like struggle with finding people, having conversations that actually mattered. And I was getting sucked into the comments of my videos. Of course, you're going to have your trolls and people who are just not, just read up on whatever subject. And I'm, just dealing with individuals like that started to take a toll. And then this is probably the biggest part, is the content that I was creating. I have one video that reached over 1 million views. I'm pretty sure 90% of you guys who are subscribed watching this video now have seen that video and decided to subscribe because of that video. You know what I'm saying? And I was ecstatic, like, hey, I got a video that reached over 1 million views, and I was happy. But then as I continued to make content, and you can kind of understand the YouTube algorithm, after you started creating some content, you start to realize, and they're not lying when they say this, but arguing, bashing people, being hateful towards people, that's the kind of content that will get you views. You know what I'm saying? Nothing educational, nothing that has substance, nothing that has, like, that will pull, that deep conversation out of you. Nothing that will have you just thinking. You know what I'm saying? Nothing life-changing matters. The only thing that matters that, these algorithms that YouTube really cares about is views and what gets you views. And it's the worst part of our human nature. And that's just to, talk bad about people and to hear other people talk bad. So when I was creating content about, economics and the importance of education and why that should be free, and healthcare and minimum wage and all the statistics behind that, that'll get 100 views, maybe 150, 200 on a good day. But when I'm talking about Matt Walsh, Candace Owens, and Ben Shapiro, I'm getting 2,000-3,000 views. And when I'm reviewing, what they said in their video, or whatever the case is, they're not saying nothing that is a really big discussion. They're not saying anything that's really important. They're just bashing gay people. They're just, mocking black folks, the same old. So it's easy to be like, hey, you probably shouldn't bash people. But people were drawn to me talking bad about them. They don't really care about the substance of the situation. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to create content, because I'm reading all these books. I actually made a decision during my YouTube process to read a book a week. And I did that for 3 months. So I read a lot of books on these subjects. And when I create content reflecting on the information that, was exciting to me, that I didn't know, that actually backs up my argument, and this and this and this, nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it'd get a couple hundred views, which I'm, grateful for. But when I talk about Candace Owens and how she hates black people, oh my God, I got like 20,000 views on that. So I was like, no, don't think so. I am not going to fall into this trap to where now my channel has become a gossip / bashing channel. I don't want to do that. I don't want to create content only talking about Ben Shapiro's and Candace Owens type people and this. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was making pretty decent money. I don't want to, toot my own horn, but like if you would have seen some of the money, like I could have easily became a grifter. I don't know no other word for it, but if I'm just creating content to chase the views, like what else do you call that? An opportunist? Like, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my time with that. I would rather, I have one life. I'm married 15 years. I got 4 kids, 2 grandkids. I have other hobbies that I'm amazing at. I would rather devote my time into that instead of creating content, because it's not easy. You got to set up, you got to get all this stuff. You got to take time out of your day to this and this and this. I don't want to do that, because to me, I'm not an opportunist. I'm not a grifter. I actually have morals and standards myself. I would rather do things that I want to do and just leave everybody else alone. Leave the YouTube channel alone. And just instantly, I stopped creating content. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to create another Candace Owens video just to get 1,000 views or 2,000 views. I didn't want to do that. No, I was like, don't think so. I would rather do what I want to do and not waste my life talking and having these conversations with idiots who the further their research goes is Twitter. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. That's it. I don't want to waste my time with that. I don't want to waste my time with people like that. I'm actually reading these books, taking these notes. You know what I'm saying? And some of these books are dry as hell. Let me tell you. But I did it because I wanted to learn the information. So now you're saying, hey, why are you back though? Like, because you're creating content right now. Well, let me show you this video. And I watched it and it made me think on what I was doing and what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and let me find this video. All right, here we go. Well, so I'm pretty sure you guys heard of Second Thought. So I've been watching this dude for like almost probably like a little over a year, But I watched this video, why capitalism loves doomers. And that's essentially, he's talking about, of course, watch the video yourself. It's a pretty amazing video. But essentially, he's talking about when you get into that space or into that mindset of nothing you do matters because billionaires, government officials, they all have more than you. They have a bigger platform than you. What can little old me do? I'm just some billionth YouTuber on YouTube crying about X, Y, and Z. So nothing matters, right? So I watched this and it made some sense.
Godly capital accumulation they've enjoyed. Tough love time. When you reach the point of political doomerism, when you hear that nagging voice that says, yes, this is bad, but there's nothing you can do about it, peasant,
Yep.
you have two options.
Okay.
You can continue to mope and whine and wallow in self-pity, or you can realize that that reaction is programmed into you and choose to do something about it. What's the other option? Roll over and die? Accept as inevitable that a handful of people with more power than God have the right to doom our entire species to sate their greed? No. No. While you're alive, you try. You try to force change. We are weak only when we act alone. The hyper-individualism of capitalism has conditioned us to believe that we are solitary creatures looking out only for ourselves, and that only through individual actions can we decide our fate. That is a lie. Look through any history book and you'll see that the drivers of change have always been mass movements. Masses of people deciding enough is enough, we're trying something new. I know it's scary. I know it's not what you hoped your life would look like.
Nope.
But this is the hand we've been dealt. Humanity is at a crossroads. Down one road, we have the genocidal accumulation of capitalism and extinction. Down the other is survival and the birth of a new socioeconomic order. We get to choose. Make the right choice. Choose to work for a better future. Ignore that insidious voice in your head that says, this is just how things are. You think like that, and there's nothing separating you from the feudal serf kissing the ring of his lord.
Damn.
Do not go to bed tonight without having reached out to a socialist organization in your area.
Boom. Bars. That simple. Like, I do understand that change takes a long time. I mean, if you look at any point of history of any contentions within any country, like, it doesn't happen overnight. I get that. But my biggest struggle was living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you, especially with social media, like I said, it can be a gift and a curse. But when you just hear and see the most dumbest people, the most ignorant, not ignorant, ignorant, that's a whole nother level of ignorant. When all you hear is ignorant people 24/7 acting like they know something, acting like they done read something, and they don't know anything. But these people are in a position of power to rule and dictate my life. Bro, I got discouraged. I was like, I don't want to waste my life fighting against something that 40, 50, 60% of my own Americans are fighting me against. You know what I'm saying? Like, good example. You have poor people who are barely making it, defending the ultra rich. Like, no, leave their money alone. Leave those billionaires alone. They don't have to pay more taxes than me. How dare, that's not American. What? You are applying for food stamps and you're defending Elon Musk for what? And he says that you shouldn't even be getting that food stamps. You just got to work harder. Work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. But Elon Musk himself receives millions of dollars of government subsidies. But you would have people fighting me to defend people like that. That broke me. It's like, I'm not going to waste my time with that. You know what I'm saying? But you see me. You're watching me. So something has changed in me. And what that is I am good at what I do. And that's this. That's reading, getting information, and presenting that to you guys. Delivering the way that I feel like regular folks talk, the way that we view things, regular folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a brother. I still rock a do-rag. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I am. And it feels like the messenger is like half the battle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if anything is going to change, people like myself, and I know there's other people, you know, I'm not that cynical. People like myself have to continue to fight, even if they don't want to, even if in their lifetime, nothing is going to change. You have to set the foundation for those in the future. Picture this. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Can you imagine the people that they came in contact with before they became these ultra well-known figures, you know, in the black community or really across the world? Like, before they became that person, who did they read? Who did they look up to? You know what I'm saying? Like, if those people were in a position to influence the Martin Luther Kings or the James Baldwins or the Cornel West, Michael Eric Dysons, like, if those people didn't influence the people we respect today, where would they be? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we all have dreams to be that next Malcolm X or that next Martin Luther King, Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. I want to be that person. I feel like I got all the characteristics, the leadership, everything to be that person. But I have to humble myself. And if I have to be the person to influence someone who then later influences another person, who then later influences another person, and then we have our next Martin Luther King type figure, but even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because we need it big this time, you know? Then I have to make sure that I'm ready and I'm playing my position. You know, everybody wants to be the quarterback. Everybody wants to be the running back and the not the corner. Nobody wants to be a corner, but the linebacker, the middle linebacker. That's the best position. But nobody wants to be on the special teams. Nobody wants to be the punter or the person who holds the ball when they punt it. Nobody remembers their name. But if you guys know anything about football, you know, every position matters, because if that person who's catching the football for you know, X person to kick it and win the game field goal, that person has to be ready to catch it and set it into position just right. Because if you turn it just 1 degree the wrong way, that ball is going a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to play your part or you can screw up everything. And I don't want to do that. If I have to be a regular Joe Schmo on YouTube and just make his couple videos that only gets a couple hundred views, then I guess so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope and I pray that what I do is going to influence somebody. And if that's the next Martin Luther King or some revolutionary person, cool. You know what I'm saying? Or like I say, the trickle effect, you know, like, then I just have to accept that, because I'm going to have, I already got kids. I already got grandkids. My grandkids going to have kids. They kids going to have kids and blah, blah, blah. And we better not be in the same situation we are today 20, 30, 40 years from now. If we are, I'm going to get out of my grave and I'm whooping everybody. Everybody going to get these hands. If we're in the same position now, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years from now, and I'm dead and gone, trust me, God is going to let me come back to earth and whoop everybody. Okay? So I'm back, and trust me, you know, I done picked up a few skills. You know what I'm saying? My chip on my shoulder has turned into ultra chips. You know what I'm saying? I've been reading, studying. So, you know, I got a lot of helpful, useful information that I want to share with everybody. Well, like the 10 people that actually really care about facts and information, you know? So once again, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be posting. I'm going to try to do it daily or maybe like 5 days a week. Still trying to figure out like the whole setup here. But I mean, I'm back, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, you definitely don't want to miss some of these interesting events that we've been having, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once again, thank you for watching. And like always, if you don't know the slogan, this is the slogan. This is the slogan right here. Power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod. I think it's cool. My kids think it's a little corny, but I actually think it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys, see you in the next video.